What to do when friends borrow money and don't pay it back. So let me tell you this story. I used to work at Domino's and I had a coworker named Courtney. Now Courtney had a deadbeat boyfriend who just got out of jail and didn't have a job. She also had a cigarette habit, and of course she had financial problems. So she borrowed money from practically everyone in the store. She borrowed money from Anthony, from Jonathan, from Selena, from Whitney, from this person, from that person, like practically everyone in the store except for me. And she owed like $200 there, $300 there, $50 there, $80 there, and she just seemed to like perpetually borrow money. She never asked me for money. I don't know why. Maybe because I told everyone that I was saving up to move out of Texas and they knew I had financial goals, so they didn't want to bother me. But she did tell me, or told everyone in the store one time, that she didn't have enough gas in the tank to get her home and back to work the next day. So I did feel bad for her, and I gave her my credit card and I said, here, buy gas and just give me my credit card right back. I don't want to give you money directly, but I do want to see on my receipt and the credit card statement that you went and bought gas. That's exactly what this is for, and I'm not going to pay for anything else. And she did exactly that. She followed my instructions and she came back to the store, giving me my card back. So that was a gift from me to her, not a loan. But one day she just stopped showing up to work, just disappeared. Never came back ever again. No one ever saw her. We don't even know what happened to her. But you know, she owed a lot of money to the people in the store. And of course, no one got their money back. So next time you think about lending someone money, think about this story, okay? Don't give away your money like that. But if someone borrowed money from you and they're not paying you back, and you do have their contact information and they are still in communication with you, then there are a few things you can do. So if you had a written agreement, then you can technically sue them and take them to small claims court. And you can let them know before you do that you're going to do that, so that they know that you're serious about it. And if they still won't pay you back, then you will actually follow through with it. Another option is to let them know that you're going to forgive their debt, but they're going to have to pay income taxes on it because you're going to report that to the IRS. Because, you know, technically if you loan them money and they're not paying you back, that should be considered like income to them, right? And they should be paying taxes on it. But I'm not so sure exactly what the procedure is to be able to do this. So you might want to contact a tax accountant about your situation if you want to go this route. A third option, if this person actually has the good intentions and goodwill to actually want to pay you back, they actually want to pay you back, okay? And they're in a better financial position than when they borrowed money from you, is they can refinance their loan that they have with you. So they can take out a personal loan with the bank and take out the amount that they owe you from the bank and pay you back. And then instead of owing you money anymore, they can owe the bank money. That's an option if you guys have a good relationship and this person actually wants to pay you back and they have the financial means to do so now. And a fourth option is if this person really does have like a very tight budget and they really don't have much money in their budget to be able to pay you back, and it's really unlikely it will pay you back, but you want to keep good relations with this person, is just ask them if there are items that have value that they have around the house that they don't want and don't need anymore. And the agreement should be that you get to list the price that you're going to sell it for, and you get to keep all of the profit. And all of the money that you make from selling their stuff, you get to keep. And if it's like still less than the amount that they owe you, then just whatever, call it even and cut your losses. And, you know, you can go back to the relationship that you had before. So that's an option that doesn't really affect their budget as much, but you will still at least get to, you know, get some of your money back. And then the fifth option, which is, you know, honestly, I think like if someone borrows money from you, a friend who borrows money from you and doesn't pay you back, are they really your friend? Like if I really looked at it and I tried to give myself advice if I were in this position, I would really say like this person is not your friend, and I would just say cut your losses. You know, if you lend someone like $200, $500, whatever, then I would consider that your lesson. You know, that's the lesson that you learn from lending someone money and they don't pay you back. And you know not to do that in the future without some sort of written agreement or payment schedule. Because honestly, if I weren't in a good financial situation and I needed money right now, borrowing money from friends and family would absolutely be a last resort. It wouldn't even be the first option I would go with. The first thing I would do is I would sell my stuff to make money immediately, right? The second thing I would do is I would take on a second part-time job, and I wouldn't even care if it paid minimum wage because, at least that's a reliable source of income where I know for a fact that I can support myself and I don't need to ask other people for money. Then the third option is I would charge it to a credit card. Fourth option, a personal loan from the bank, where I would actually have a payment schedule with the bank. And then finally, the fifth and last option, which is like really, I would hopefully never have to do this in my life, is borrow money from friends and family. But apparently, not everyone thinks like this. And there are some people who think borrowing money from friends is basically gift money that comes with nagging attached, and they don't consider a priority to pay you back. So there are some people that borrow money from friends and family knowing full well that someone like you could really use the money for other things in your life, but they don't consider a priority to pay you back, and instead they tell you about how last weekend they went to Chicago for their birthday, or they went to the spa, or they just bought a new video game, but for some reason paying you back just seems to be on the bottom of their priority list, right? So I don't really know if someone like that is someone I would call a real friend, and I don't really think that's someone I would be able to trust, because if I can't trust someone to pay me back, I don't really know. Is that person really my friend? So really, the last and fifth option is to just cut your losses, say goodbye to this person, because I don't think this person is worth the time and energy in your life. Okay guys, if your friend borrowed money from you and won't pay you back, then I really wish you the best of luck in dealing with this situation. As always, the information on my YouTube channel is free for you guys. I try not to take sponsors because I really want to preserve my message to the world, and I don't want other people to control what I say, and I really don't want to push products on you that, might not benefit you. So if you guys want to financially support my channel, because I keep all of my information free on this channel, I would really appreciate it if you headed over to Amazon and bought my book, 1001 Ways to Save Money, Quit Flushing Your Hard-Earned Money Down the Toilet. And if you already bought the book, then the next best thing for you to do is just leave me a review on Amazon. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.